Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Mam Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dupten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, the Maha Pratisara Bodhisattva, the wish-granting Vajra. Om Maha Prati Salo Soha. 四摩诞生嘎祖图腾西地。All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, temple directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, how do you do? Yeah, that's...
你好，大家好。
That's nice.
欣赏他们愛してる。사랑해. 오랑고.
I don't know what's that.
스코인. 이지와. 이모지. 지미. 야비. 프린. こんにちは。现在通知大家。
I would like to announce for next Sunday.
是4月23日。
April 23rd.
下午3点。
At 3 p.m.
我们做爱染明王护摩法会。
We will have Ragaraja Homa Fire Offering Ceremony. Aizen.
它的这个印呢
，and the mudra
是内脖竖中指交叉
，inward clasps and extend the middle fingers and crossed.
染的手印。
This is the mudra for affectation.
它的心咒
and the mantra
只有5个字
，only 5 syllables.
它是 Hom 肉 Hom 茶字 Hom 肉。它的形象是爱染明王的形象。
And the image or the appearance.
他是坐在一个甘露瓶的上面。
He is seated on top of a nectar vase.
甘露瓶长出莲花。
And a lotus blossom blooming from the nectar vase, and Ragaraja is seated upon the lotus.
在东密。东密非常的盛行。
And this deity is very popular in Japanese Tantrayana.
爱染明王
Ragaraja or Aizen.
这一尊是咕噜咕噜佛母。我们生活中
And this deity and Gurukule Buddha Mother are the 2 magnetizing deities in Buddha school. Gurukule and Ragaraja. Ayo.
今天 我们是做大水球菩萨的护母。
And today we had Mahapratisara
就是
Homa.
点在水球2个字。
And the key point of this deity is in the
花里面是
wish fulfilled.
无所求是在
In
花里面。
Buddha Dharma, actually there is nothing to ask. That's the
但是这一尊
basic or fundamental
是
meaning
让
of
人
Buddha
家无所
Dharma.
求。
There is nothing to ask.
那为什么
But this deity is to fulfill whatever you ask. So, but aren't we teaching people not to ask for anything? But why does she fulfill our wishes? Because she's very
因
compassionate.
为有所求，有
And sentient beings have something to ask. And because
相信佛法，
they are
讲说是属于
what they ask is being fulfilled, then they have faith in Buddha Dharma. So this is considered a convenience Dharma.
大水球菩萨。
To cultivate Mahapratisara
那
Bodhisattva
你
and gain spiritual response,
他特别的
then you would get whatever you
求
ask.
发愿，
And what's special about her is the 8 mudras, the 8 Pratisara
这个第一个
mudras.
手印，第一
The
个
first mudra
有点像那个准提印，但是
it's similar to Chundi
出来
mudra, and the pinkies are extended. This is
第
the
二个
first
手
one.
印呢，有点像十人金刚的手印。
And the second is like Kalachakra mudra, the Kalachakra
第三个
mudra.
手印
The third
有
one
点像大威德经。
is like Yamantaka mudra.
第四个手印
And the fourth mudra
有点像尊胜，
is like Ushnisha Vijaya mudra.
像尊胜佛母的手印。第五个手印
And the fifth mudra
这个大指跟小指在里面，
the thumbs and the pinkies are inside,
小指
and the 3 fingers are upright, both
第六个
of
手
both
印
hands. The sixth mudra
小处其他的
is
结在一起。
the ring fingers are upright, but the rest are
第七
stacked
个手印
together. And the 8th mudra
菩萨的手，
it's like Akasagarbha's mudra.
第八个手印就是总印，
And the 8th mudra is
最
the
后一个手印
main mudra,
常常讲的番茄印。
or the overall mudra, which I often say the scripture mudra, or the tomato mudra. Sounds like the tomato mudra.
拍3下，
And you need to clap 3 times and rub it.
番茄
Rub the 2 palms together.
这水球8印，
That's the
你要学
scripture
会水
mudra.
球8印，
So these are the 8 Pratisara mudras.
再跟他祈求，
And after you form
想
all 8 mudras and then you pray to her, then you would receive responses swiftly.
刚刚那个大水球菩萨来的时候，
Just now when Mahapratisara Bodhisattva
每
descended,
一次结这个水球8印、
every time
番茄印，
I formed the 8 mudras and then hold the scripture mudra, then she would be in union with
大水
Grandmaster.
球也叫做大明王。
So the Mahapratisara is also called the Great Vidyaraja.
The
So it's written here. The inner five-pronged mudra, Kalachakra mudra, Yamantaka mudra, Ujnisha Vijaya mudra, three-pronged mudra, single-pronged mudra, Akasagarbha mudra, and scripture mudra.
然后念咒 Om Mahaprati Sado Soha.
And then you recite the mantra.
我有一张那个
Om Mahaprati
大
Sado
水
Soha.
球的唐卡挂在台湾的家里。
And I have a tanka of Mahapratisara hang at my home in Taiwan.
这边
On my shrine altar
过去
to the side,
右手边的
so to my right
就
hand,
是大水球菩萨。
the first tanka is of Mahapratisara Bodhisattva.
« 现在进入主题，新加坡莲花正德问的，新加坡的弟子莲花正德一心顶礼根本上师
Singaporean
佛佛，最
disciple Lianhua Zhengde pay homage to the lineage root guru, living Buddha Lian Shan.
在大概2个星期
The most precious guru,
自
peace
杀往生了。
be with you.
他是一
A friend of mine committed suicide and passed away about 2 weeks ago.
平时看
He was a police officer who
亲切，
normally seemed happy, friendly,
平时也没有
and well
觉
liked,
得有什么不对劲。
and nobody felt anything
他
wrong
在
with
自
him.
杀前有留下
And before he committed suicide, he left a note
活着
saying
在
that
受罪
he felt that living is suffering, was
他的
suffering,
念头，
and he had suicidal thoughts
他
many
已经
times.
找不到活下去
And
的
this
动
time, he couldn't find any reason to live on,
能让他开心。
and nothing could make him happy.
所以有一天早上，
So one morning,
警察的枪
he used the
向
police
自己的
gun
头部开枪，
to shoot himself in the head
然后死。
and killed himself.
弟子想，在什么情况下，
I wonder,
大的勇气
under what circumstances would someone have the courage to shoot themselves in the head?
夜
How many
心里的
sleepless
挣
nights?
扎，
How much mental struggle?
或是这里已经
Or
没有什么
maybe
东
there
西
was
可以让
nothing
他
left
留
to
恋。
cherish here.
问题，
My question
他
is,
没有皈依，
he didn't
也
take
没有
refuge
深入的接触到佛
and
法，
didn't have much contact with Buddha Dharma.
还会
Would his suicide still be a
了解自杀就等于
grave transgression or sin?
是否无
He
罪。
did not know the sin of killing a Buddha, so if he didn't know,
生他的问题啊，
did he have to suffer the
敬
retribution?
至尊佛体安
Thank you, Grandmaster,
长寿
for your explanation.
住世
May you
永
stay healthy, live a long life, continually stay in the world,
后，
and forever turn the Dharma wheel. Om Guru Lien
真
Sung
的是
Siddhi
问
Hum.
对人，
He asked the right person.
真的是问对人了。我这一生啊，我会很坦白跟大家讲，
Frankly speaking, in this life, I have no
第一，
secrets. I don't conceal
没有
anything.
人比我更早自杀。
First, there isn't anyone that would want to commit suicide earlier than I was. When I was in elementary school, in the Datong Elementary School in Kaohsiung, I hung myself once. So you really asked the right person here. When I was in elementary school, I already hanged myself. I tied a rope in the like a pillar in the elementary school and placed my head in the rope to hang myself. Why I didn't die? Because the rope broke. This is my own experience. So this time you asked the right person. Why did I commit suicide? My mood recently, this morning, I told Simu, frankly speaking, I have no willpower to live on. I have no reasons to continue living. This morning, Master Lianqi, didn't I say this morning? Yes, I heard it. See, once at my home in the Taichung International Music Hall building, I told Simu, I am a Buddhist practitioner and I am the founder of True Buddha School. I teach other people never to kill themselves. Otherwise, I would have from my home in Taichung, I would run to my deck and jump off the deck. That's the second time I had this thought. At that time, I suffered from the head-splitting syndrome. The pain was as if my skull was splitting open. I really wanted to end my own life, but that's not allowed. Because you know, and you cannot violate it. Because you have studied Buddhism. And because you are a Buddha, once you have attainments, so if you kill yourself, it's the same as killing a Buddha. So how can you jump off the deck from a high-rise building? That was my second time. And recently, it's my third time. I said it this morning. I said, I really have no reasons or no will to continue living. I really want to finish my own life. Why? You all know the doctors changed my medicine, and as soon as that happened, my internal organs all turned upside down. I have red eyes, I lost weight, and I feel really bad. My spirit's really horrible. My blood pressure is 170, 171. When I was at the cardiologist, they took my blood pressure, it was 171. And Dr. Lee came, rushed here to help me and Simu. But let me tell you, Simu suffered 100 times more than I do. But she has the willpower to continue living. And once Simu told me that she's a living dead person. A living dead person. A doctor changed my medicine and I became like this. And then my whole body, including swollen legs, nosebleed, red eyes, and my guts all upside down. And when I ate this morning, I almost vomited. And I'm very weak. And it makes me very upset, and because my temper rises, that's why it seems like I have energy, but otherwise I'm totally exhausted and no energy, and it's already over a month like this. I used to think that I'm only 18 after I'm being turned upside down. Now I know I'm really 80. So Golden Mother predicted and told me very clearly, you can come back at 79. And this year, according to Taiwanese calendar, I am 79. And then I encountered this doctor who changed my medicine. And I have said it very clearly last night. My family doctor is Dr. Gore. And he opposed my changing the medicine. He told me that the sodium in the blood is 30, which is normal, and Grandmaster Lu is 29. But the other doctor told me to change the medicine. As soon as I changed, my whole organs turned upside down. So during breakfast this morning, I almost vomited. I could not take any food. And I feel so weak. I really don't want to live on. Not just my limbs, but the whole body. Money, most people are most interested in money. But even when you have money, you cannot buy health. So no interest for money. No interest in money. And no interest in sex either. Or sensual pleasures. This is a poem, Chinese poem, and play of words of Chinese too.
明月的皮肤白得像霜一样啊，身材啊婀娜多姿。
The moonlight in front of the bed, but the moonlight is the name of a girl. This is a play of word.
抬头挤头看明月。
And she is completely nude, but you have no desire for her at all. And you look up and see the moonlight girl naked, and you drop your head thinking of your wife, the ugly wife. So you have no desire at all.
财色，那名呢？名算。
So wealth, sensual pleasures, and name,
对我来讲
it's nothing. Fame is nothing for me.
那人呐，还有一个欲望，就是
So humans
快要吐了。
have some desire for food, but I almost
那
vomited
人如果没有欲望，
when I ate.
什么欲望都没有。
When you have no desire whatsoever
真
anymore,
的，这世界上还有什么
then
可以眷恋？没有了。
what
还有
else
什么可以眷恋？
would you be
这
attached
时候
to
心
in this
最
world?
平静。
At such a time, your mind, your heart is most serene.
如果姚德
I
现在来
can really go and leave the world. If Golden Mother comes now and bring me,
不想，
I will go. I don't want to stay in samsara any longer.
这个莲花正德问，
So the question by Lianhua Zhengde,
在什么情况下一个人才有那么大的勇气，敢向自己的头开枪？
in what circumstances can someone have such a courage to shoot themselves in the head?
我就敢。
Under my circumstances, I would dare. Why would someone jump off such a tall building?
因为他已经没有生存的这个
Because they have no willpower
世界，真的是
to live on. Because living in samsara is like a limitless ocean of suffering. It's all about
没
suffering.
有这样子的，没有小学当然还没有学佛嘛。
In elementary school, of course, because I haven't studied Buddhism, so it's possible that
神之端
I hang myself, but it didn't succeed because the rope
佛陀
broke.
还有真佛
I continued living.
就什么都，
That's why True Buddha School is here.
那是
Otherwise, there would be nothing. That would have been a real suicide.
那你问，在
So you ask,
因为他
under what circumstances? Because he had no willpower to live on, like what I said this
听到
morning.
师尊的声音，
And my voice too is coarse now.
声音也沙哑。以前是师尊的声音呐、
In the
没有
past,
那么好的磁性，
it's not so
这声音也沙
so
哑，
deep and
眼睛也红，鼻子也流鼻
like
血，
now. So red eyes, nosebleed, and ringing in the ears, and loss of appetite.
那你要那些钱干什么？
Then why would you want any
是
money?
啊，
It's
人的身
meaningless.
体啊，真的是人的
Human
真
bodies
正的财富，
are true wealth.
健康的身体。你有钱才有用啊！你没有健康的身体，你用那个做什么？
Only when you're healthy, your wealth is meaningful. Otherwise, how can you use it?
再好的衣服给你，
It doesn't matter how beautiful
你都没有
things you get,
在漂亮的
how
小
delicious food you have, and what beautiful ladies you have.
还80了，人家现在那个 20几岁的小姐，30岁的小姐，
Sky Master is almost 80,
她们
but
嫁给世尊呢。
young ladies in the 20s or 30s,
真的有
they want to marry Sky Master.
你看我下一本
It's
书下一本
really
多世的情缘，
my next book and next book are all about my love
真的那是活下去的
affinities for many lives.
理由。
And those are the only reasons I continue living, are the reasons I live
搞
on.
成这样子，
But my body is like this now.
你对色也没有欲望了，没有了。
I have no desire for sensual pleasures at all.
你自己的身体都搞成这样子，
If your body is like this, I haven't drawn the talisman for myself. That would be my last resort.
还有李医师，他说要帮忙我
And Dr. Lee said
降下来，
that he's going to help
降
me
下来
to
以后呢，
decrease the blood pressure.
自己的身体恢复
And I hope after we control the hypertension, I can recover my health and my body to become as healthy as before. So now we're relying on you, okay?
现在就看那个李嘉玲医师啦，
To Dr. Jialin Lee, Dr. Lee.
他来帮忙。
He came to help.
难看，
He dreamt of me looking really bad, so he came. So looking bad meaning like dying person.
还有
Of course,
本来就
that's bad.
说我79岁，
And Golden Mother had said that she would bring me back at 79. But Amitabha Buddha said that he would extend my life. So I don't know that this year I would encounter
49岁以前我
this kind of event. Before 79, my body, my health was all fine.
这就是心灵的挣扎。
So this is a mental struggle or psychological struggle. So killing a person is the same as killing a Buddha.
都是有罪，
It does not matter whether you know it or not. It is a transgression, a
知
sin.
者无罪，不是不知者，
In this case, it's not that you don't know.
还都是
There is no
无
sins.
罪。
And this applies to many things.
但像智
But
障
even when you don't know, it still results in retributions.
这样子
Like
结
suicide.
束自己的生命，
You end your own life.
都是有罪的，
That's a sin.
因为
That's a karmic transgression. This is the same as cause and effect, because it's not time for you to die yet,
多久
and you kill yourself.
里面，你经常会演你
So
镜头，
in the time that you were supposed to live,
在演。
you would continue to play
所以
out
我劝大家
the event or the scene of the
不可以
suicide.
碰
So no matter what, whatever difficulties or hopelessness that you encounter, never ever kill yourself.
这也是
Last night we talked about the best arrangement,
知道
and this is the best arrangement too, so that you know
什么欲望都
when you're old, you have no desire whatsoever.
就应该好
And at such a time,
修你的净土。
you should practice your
在
Pure
这段
Land.
时间里面，你
In
好
this
好
period of time, you quiet down
把那个所有的观念去除掉，
and eliminate all sorts of thoughts and mindsets and be calm.
所以你也不会想什么。
And because you have no desire, you would think of anything, and the state of no thought will manifest, and you can enter into the deepest meditation,
如来的智慧，
and then you would be able to attain the wisdom of the Tathagata. Therefore, the state of no thought is the true Buddha, jewel, Buddha treasure. So without desire, you will not have any thoughts. So when you beat yourself until you die, only then the true wisdom of the Tathagata will come alive. So the questions by Lian Hua Zheng De from Singapore. His friend did not take refuge, did not have much contact with Buddhism. So would his suicide still a grave transgression? Yes. In terms of cause and effect, it is a grave transgression or sin, a heavy sin. You cannot end your own lives, and you cannot end other people's lives. So this is the precept of no killing. It's the heaviest kind of precepts. Never to kill. It's good that you cannot live on. You're beaten until your heart mind is dead. And then you can let your wisdom life to come alive. So Grandmaster has many Dharma bodies everywhere. Because the Dharma bodies do not have the burdens of the physical bodies. That's why the Dharma bodies is everlasting, ever living. But the physical bodies will deteriorate one day. But you let it go naturally. You don't inflict the ending upon yourself. You don't inflict the ending, but let it happen naturally. As Buddhists, we know that if you commit suicide, that's a heavy sin. It's the same as killing a Buddha, killing your own wisdom life. When you encounter such difficulty, you need to go deeper and to control your own consciousness, to be completely pure. And once you're purified, the Pure Land or the Buddhaverse that you attain in the future will also be pure. So this is my reply to Lian Hua Zheng De. You asked the right person. If my suicide in elementary school succeeded, then many people would not be able to listen to the Dharma teaching of Grandmaster Lu. I would have harmed many sentient beings, many more. So even today, I cannot kill myself, even when I have no more desire or willpower to live on. I need to go naturally and use my own energy, vital energy or qi, to push against the apex and the life qi, which is inside the heart chakra, to flow from the central channel out, and then you will die naturally and go to the Pure Land. In this way, you can also have attainment. In Tantrayana, this is how you attain the rainbow light transformation body. It is not necessarily that I will go downward because of my body like this. Dr. Lee came here, and I believe that he would find a way to let Grandmaster recover my previous health.
So
don't think that someone that looks happy and friendly and well-liked, nobody would think that he would kill himself. But that's how many things are like this. A certain change psychologically or in the thoughts, maybe a fine line, and you would go down the wrong path. Just a slight error.
啊，现代这个年代啊，交个女朋友划算。
In this era, having a girlfriend is really worth it, because the photo is one, after cosmetics another one, and then without cosmetics is another one. So in this way, you have 3 girlfriends in one. Really. A big difference before and after makeup. Big difference. Or dyed hair and or without, that's also a big difference. When it's dyed, it's radiant and shiny, but without dye, then it would be like dried grass. The same with makeup. An ugly lady can become a beauty, and especially photos, and you can touch ups. So one girlfriend before makeup, one girlfriend after makeup, and one girlfriend in the photo. You think that your girlfriend is extremely beautiful, but you've never seen her without any makeup. If you see her like that, you may vomit the food from last night. It's scary.
这个小鸡想知道什么是幸福，于是跑去问老虎。
The little chick wants to know what is happiness. So it went to the tiger and asked, "What is happiness?" The whole family together is happiness. And then the chick went to the lion and asked, and the lion replied, "When you have many wives, that's happiness." And he went to ask the leopard and said, "If you're healthy, that's happiness." And the chick was very happy, come home and told its mom. And mom said, "You're happiest today." that the animals that you asked did not eat you up, and you still come back safe and sound. That's happiness. It's raining hard outside. Look, impermanence. It was sunny earlier, bright sky, and now it's raining hard. Mom brought Xiaomin going to the zoo, and in the monkey areas, Xiaoming all of a sudden said, "Mom, look, the monkey looked like uncle," and Mom was very angry. "Xiaoming, how could you say that?" And Xiaoming said, "The monkey didn't understand anyway." Now we will expound the Vimalakirti Sutra. At that time, Sariputra, under the Buddha's divine power, gave rise to this thought: if the Buddha verse is pure only when the Bodhisattva's mind is pure, then when Sakyamuni Buddha was a Bodhisattva, how could he be impure? So, the Buddha verse, which is where Sakyamuni Buddha is impure. Wow. So many people clapping. What for? Sariputra was thinking, Sakyamuni Buddha has become a Buddha, and a great Bodhisattva and the great golden sage. And Sakyamuni Buddha was in the Saha world. So Sakyamuni Buddha should have a pure mind. So why what we see now is not pure? The earth is up and down, the trees are dying, and there are cow dung everywhere. This is in India. Cows can roam around freely in India because the cows or the oxen are the mounts of Shiva, especially the white oxen. It's polluted air, dirty water. So the place where Sakyamuni Buddha lived, what happened? Didn't you say that when the mind is pure, the Buddha verse is pure? But Sakyamuni Buddha, of course, has a pure mind. Then why the Saha world is not pure? So Sariputra had this doubt. So does it mean that Sakyamuni Buddha's mind is not pure? So Sariputra had this doubt. Did you hear Sakyamuni Buddha speak? Oh, because the Buddha said that because Bodhisattva's mind is pure, the Buddha verse is pure. So Sariputra thought, so could it be that Sakyamuni Buddha's heart mind is not pure, so the Saha world is not pure? It's so dirty, and the ground is not flat, and the trees are dry, and the wind and the rain are not right, and dusty everywhere, and the water in the Ganges River is turbid. So could that be that Sakyamuni Buddha's mind is not pure? So that's the doubt of Sariputra. And the Buddha knew Sariputra's thought. Immediately, Sakyamuni Buddha knew what Sariputra was thinking, and then spoke to him. What do you think? Are the sun and the moon impure because the blinds do not see them? So Sakyamuni Buddha used this analogy. How did he say? The sun and the moon that you you see
是有太阳、月亮，
the sun and the moon
听盲
do
的
exist,
人就
but the blind person cannot see the sun and the moon. It's all dark for him.
日夜岂不尽也，而盲则不见。这个舍利佛
So
讲了，不养世尊。
the blinds do not see the sun and the moon.
这个字怎么念？
So Sariputra replied, not so, world honored one. It is the fault of the blinds and not of the sun and the moon.
是盲眼睛瞎的人看不
It
到
is the blind person who cannot see the sun and the
日夜
moon.
的过错。
So it is not the
盲
fault
的人本身
of the sun and the
没有
moon,
办法看到。
but it's because the blinds cannot see the sun and the moon.
有舍利佛啊，众生罪故不见如来，佛土严净。也众生啊，就是盲
And Sariputra said, the Buddha said, Sariputra, it is due to their own obscuration that sentient
没
beings
有
do
办
not
法
see.
看到
Sentient beings are
来
blind.
的佛土。
Their physical eyes cannot see the pure and magnificence of the
舍
Buddhaverse.
利佛，
It is not the fault of the Tathagata.
而你不见，
Sariputra, my pure land is pure, and yet you do not see it. So Sakyamuni Buddha
所
said,
住的娑婆世界
the Saha world where Sakyamuni Buddha
是
lived
净的，
in the eyes of Sakyamuni Buddha is very
非常
pure,
理的，非常
but in the eyes of Sariputra it's very dirty.
刚刚是下雨嘛，
Was it raining earlier?
出太阳，
Now it's sunny.
这搞什么鬼啊？
So what's going on?
又是大日普照哎，
It's sunny.
刚刚雨下的那么大，
It was raining so hard just moments ago.
我哪有讲的精彩？
Because your Dharma's teaching was
哎，
wonderful.
这一段的意思啊，就是舍利弗心
So this part meant
释迦牟尼佛是
that Sariputra had this doubt. Sakyamuni Buddha is a Buddha even bigger than the Bodhisattva.
不清净吗？
How could it be that his heart mind is not pure?
看到的
Because what Sariputra saw was all dirty things in the Saha world, that the Saha world is very dirty.
恒河的水也
The water in the Ganges River is also dirty,
枯掉，
and the trees are wilting,
就是牛
and there are cow dungs on the ground everywhere.
净，
How can it be pure?
但是佛就
But
跟
the
他讲，
Buddha told him,
盲目的人，他连太阳
a blind person will not be able to see the sun and the moon. Even the sun and the
他们
moon
语言没有太阳，
cannot be seen by a blind
娑
person.
婆世界
And
的
they
众生
think that the sun and the moon do not exist. And sentient beings in the Saha world, because they have karmic
真
obscuration,
正的佛土还
only see the Saha world. But the true Pure Land is still pure
是清
and
净，
magnificent.
这个我们称为
Magnificent and pure.
唯心，
So we call this a fine
就是真正的
mind
真正的悟者，真正
or
开悟
subtle
者，
mind. The enlightened one, the truly enlightened one, sees the Saha world to be truly magnificent.
所以我们有很多人
That's why
说的这个出家的高僧大
we have many high adepts and ordained
人间净土，
great masters would say
人间
about
净土并
human
没有不清净，
Pure Land.
其实一切都是清净，
So it is not impure
只
because
有一般
in fact everything is
看不
pure.
出来，
Only ordinary people cannot see that the world is pure. They think the world is dirty. So you are being controlled by what you see, by the material things you see. I remember I read the sutras in the past, and the Guru said that you would have different viewpoints in different realms. A glass of water, for us it's a glass of water, but for hell beings it is blood. For heavenly beings, this is nectar. Sweet nectar. So the viewpoints are different. The viewpoints are different. A glass of water. For us, it's water. For heavenly beings, it's sweet nectar. For hell beings, it is blood. So, different viewpoints. The same when we view gold. Gold. Wow. Bright and shiny. It's good. 1 kilo, 5 kilos, 100 kilos. It looks good. Bright and shiny. And rocks, you compare the two. Of course, the rocks look dirty. What's so big deal about rocks? It's worthless. And gold is valuable, but rocks are worthless. But if you have a Buddha eyes, or Buddha eyes, you pick rocks from outside and then you place it inside your safety box, and then you treat it as gold, then you will be happy every day. Because gold is originally rocks, right? Minerals, rocks. And diamonds are beautiful. And you place lots of rocks inside your safe. And why don't you think of them as diamonds? Then you would be very happy, right? So the wise one would say, those are rocks, diamonds are rocks, gold is also rock, all the 7 precious jewels and 8 precious items are all rocks. So the Sakya Tathagata said that the Saha world is magnificent and pure, and this is not the fault of the Tathagata. It is due to their obscuration that sentient beings do not see the purity and magnificence. So there is consciousness or the subtle mind. So it's the change or the transformation of the mind. If you see the gold as gold, you see the rocks as rocks, or actually the gold is rocks and the rocks are gold. So he told Sariputra, that Sakyamuni Buddha's Saha world is pure, yet you do not see it because you are being controlled by materials. So at this time, Loji Chakravartin told Sariputra, do not think this way, that the Buddha verse is impure. Why is that? You think that Sakyamuni Buddha's Pure Land is dirty. Why? The Brahmadeva said, I see Sakyamuni Buddha's Pure Land as pure, just like the palaces of the gods. So Sakyamuni Buddha's Saha world is pure, just like the celestial palaces. So Sariputra replied, I see the land with hills and pits. Thorns and sand and rocks with mountains and rocks and fields all over the place. So Sariputra said that the Saha world have hills and pits. There was no asphalt there, only sands and lots of thorny grasses and sand and rocks and stones. They all very dirty and filthy. That's what Sariputra saw. But the first heaven of the heavenly realm of form said that it's very pure. This is like the Saha world is like the celestial palaces. So the two people have differing views. So Lucas Chakravartin said that your heart mind has up and down, not even. Sariputra's heart mind is not leveled, and you do not rely on the Buddha's wisdom. That's why you find the world to be impure. But Bodhisattvas view the sentient beings to be equal. That's why we say that the Buddha, sentient beings, and the minds are pure. And you look into your own heart mind, and when you are at the deepest, then you would see that your heart mind is pure by the Tathagata's wisdom. And you would be able to see that the external world is also pure. So at such time, the Buddha wanted to let Sariputra to see the pure Saha world. So he placed his toe on the ground, and then at such time the 3,000 great thousand world transformed to be filled with lots of precious jewels and decorated beautifully, just like the Pure Land, adorned with the infinite meritorious virtues of the Buddhas. And all the multitudes of sentient beings were astonished. This never happened before, and they all saw themselves sitting on top of the jeweled lotus thrones. So if you have deep mind and you enter into the deepest meditation, you would be able to see yourself seated on the jeweled lotus throne, and you're surrounded by all bodhisattvas. And everything becomes beautiful and magnificent and adorned with the precious jewels. When you truly go into deep meditation, you would feel that you're seated on top of the lotus, and around you are Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and each one of them adorned with the beautiful jewels, and the sky is very clear and bright, and the whole earth is wonderful. It's a transformation, just like now. We had a sun, and then the sun disappeared, and then it was raining hard. Is it a rainy day today? No, it was sunny, and it was sunny, and now it's cloudy again. The sun disappeared. So we are being controlled or affected by the materials. So it was raining as if the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas were clapping. Did you hear? Yeah, that was very loud. Yeah, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas applauding. So when the viewpoints are different, the whole world is different. So they are, and we are being influenced by what's happening. So you think that when the sun is out, it's a clear sunny day. And when the clouds are here, it's a cloudy day and rainy day. But as I said, they have changed. Transformations. Also sunny, rainy, cloudy. Just within moments, we have 3 changes. So our eyes are being affected by things or material things. But actually, everything is completely pure, very pure. When you meditate, do you feel that you seated on a lotus, on a pure lotus, and surrounded by many Buddhas and Bodhisattvas following you? And you and all become very magnificent, very sublime, supreme, beautiful, inconceivable. Because your own heart mind can adjust, can adapt, can transform. So that's consciousness only. So the Buddha sets its mind only, but for sentient beings, it's things or materials only. That's what the Buddha said. But Sariputra had not reached that state. So what he saw was just the dirty and dried grasses and things. He saw dirty water, but he didn't know that that was actually very clean, pure water. And he saw rocks and stones, but actually they're gold and precious jewels. So it's different in terms of the Tathagata's wisdom. So Sakyamuni Buddha used his transcendent power and to touch his toe to the ground, and at that moment the 3,000 great thousand worlds were decorated with precious jewels and adorned like a pure land with the infinite virtues and merits of the Buddhas. And all the beings saw that with astonishment and saw themselves sitting on the jeweled lotus thrones. So the Vimalakirti Sutra is talking about mind only. Only the mind. So today, why don't you pick some rocks and then place them inside your safe? And just think of them as diamonds as big as that. Then you're very happy. And you would sleep sound, safe and sound. But if you think of them as stones, then you would be sad, right? So the mind is different. The mindset is the one that's different. So why poor people are still very happy, and there are many rich people still unhappy and miserable? Because the poor people think that they're very rich, and the rich people still feel they're not rich enough, they're still poor. So they live their lives with misery and suffering.
穷人这个时候啊，真的，他只要觉得自己家里很多的钻石，
A poor person thinks that they have lots of diamonds in their house and they live very happily. When they see their grass hut, they think of it as a celestial palace, as a royal palace.
这是唯心啊。
So that's mind only. So that's different from the material only. And in the material only, you think what you see is real, but this is rather difficult to explain, but you can probably get it. Why the poor people can be happy and the rich people can still be miserable? Because all of us now is the richest man in the world, richest person in the world. So you should be happy because every one of you is the richest person in the world. Because when you have pure heart mind, then whatever you see is magnificent and pure. So your house is a gold house made of the 7 precious jewels. Although you have mice running around, those mice are all treasure mice who would spit out treasures. That's why everything is marvelous. If you think this way, you would know that everything is the best arrangement. 最后一个笑话。 The last joke. If you encounter a pig, don't talk idealism with the pig, because all he cares about is food. It makes a lot of sense.
你如果有如来的智慧在你的心中。
If you have the wisdom of the Tathagata inside your heart mind, then you're the richest person in the world. Om Mani Padme Hum.